Thanks a lot. Now we start with today's session. So today we are getting into arrays, looping and conditional statement. Array 1, I am declaring an array. Declaration is not mandatory. So ARR1 equals array of A, B, C, D. I am giving it in this way. Now this array has two ends. One is lower bound, another is upper bound. L bound is the lower bound, upper bound is the topmost element ID. So all array starts with 0, A is assigned with 0, B is assigned with 1, C is assigned with 2, D is assigned with 3. So upper bound of ARR1 gives the result 3. Okay, now I want to put it in the loop. So I am looping this for I equal to, this is the loop statement. I can insert it either directly or I can go with this do for next. So for I equal to 1, 2, say U bound of ARR1. Now I want to message box ARR1 of I want to message box that. Then next I have now done this. So for I equal to 1 to U bound of ARR1 message box ARR of I. This is what I just wanted to make it in the statement. I just run the script, see how it works, ensuring that it is not very fast. So I just ensure we have the run settings with a delay. I have a 2 seconds delay, that is just to ensure. Yes. Now I run the script. You will see this pointer and you will see that it is going into a loop statement. So it is executing now. It is declared the array. Now array of message U bound of ARR1, it is displaying, it is yet to get refreshed for you. So it is now displaying 3. So that is totally there are 4 elements. Number of elements is 3 plus 1, 4. That is, these are all some of the questions that can be asked. So it is number of elements, it is 3 plus 1, 4. And then it is looping now. There is a ARR1, ARRI, because I started with 1. So it is saying ARRI is empty. Next loop. Again it is going with message box, it's empty. There is a mistake. I stop here. There is a mistake over there. So U bound of ARR1 message box ARR1 of I. So I run this. So this is where the debugging will help you. So there is a mistake here. So I'll use a debugger to just understand what is exactly the syntax. This the debugger is a very useful command. Let us see, understand what is I and what is error. This is the way you have to use the debugger as well. So I just starting the run. Array is cleared, declared, message box 3, that's okay. Now if I want to open the debug viewer, you go to view, select debug viewer. Go to view, select debug viewer. In this debug viewer, I'll just put now variables watch list. You can see now array, it is declared as an array. Inside the array, you can see now, yeah, all are empty only. So whatever I have assigned, it is yet to get passed, because I declared it as a variable. I have not declared it as a string. A is assumed as a string, B is assumed as a string. You can see that is why A is empty, B is empty, C is empty. So these are all some of the common mistakes we generally do. So we need to declare it as a string. So A within quotes. This only makes him to understand that A or B or C is not a variable. If it is numeric, there is no issues. Since it is not a numeric, so we have to make it as a string. So this is the common mistake we generally do. And here the string is with double quotes. In JavaScript, it will accept both single quote and double quote. Whereas in so-called VB scripting, double quotes is the only one to be used. Now you can see ABCD is not declared in the debug viewer below. You can see it is array is declared, and array is assigned with the value A, B, C and D. Type is string to the right. Now if I use A of 0, then I will get A. F11 is for step by step. F11 step by step, if I want to debug, that is F11 step into. So I get into now message box. Now you can see here A is typed onto the message box. Again OK. F11 AB now. So this is the way the array is used. Now you can see I is getting incremented below in the debug viewer. Very useful tool, debug viewer or debugging mode. Please note, this debug will work only if you have Microsoft Script Debugger installed in your system. So now I want to run continuously. I just run it. Now C, then D. So now it is D, last. It ends. So the loop. So creation of loop, there are several ways you can create a loop. Here we are doing with the for loop, that is most used one. For loop, you need to know the destination, that means for where to start, where to end. If I want to start with double, I want to use step 2. Step 2 means it will increment by 2, 0 to 4. It will increment by 2. So that is what step 2 is all about. So if I want to decrement, this. So I can say now, here I will say for J, to just make sure that the loop is not having conflict, K. I'll now start with U bound of, start from the top to, this is where you sometimes use the reverse string, K, step -1. That means it will decrement by -1 starting from the topmost array. So K of 0, array of J, here array of K. So K of 0, K of 3 first, then K of 2, then K of 1, then K of 0. So this is the way the looping is done. So there are a lot of exercises you can go through. W3 schools, if you are new to VB scripting, W3 schools will help you to teach a lot of with exercises. You can take those exercises to get familiarized with the VB scripting as well. I am also sending some exercises, but there are enormous exercises which you can plan for array looping. So now array, we have declared an array, we have used an array in a loop. Next is, we are now getting into, I'll just execute this for your understanding. I'm executing now. I'll remove the conditional statement, that is breakpoint. I remove the breakpoint, click on that breakpoint again, it will get removed. So it will wait on the breakpoint. I say OK. I click on the breakpoint so that it will remove now the breakpoint because it's waiting for the user interaction. Now it is removed. I want to continuously execute. I just click on run. If I don't want it to wait, I just click on run. Now message box. Okay. Next message box. This is with step 1. By default it is step +1. That is by default. If any other step you want to introduce, you need to use the step as a command. Without step as a command, it cannot increment. Now you can see I is 0. That is because it is starting with a 0. Right? I say OK. Now next is I will be 2 C. You can see that. So 1 is skipped, step by 2. That is J. Next is you have end, the loop is finished. Next loop K, it is -1. So D, first is D element. I hope you are watching. Second, it is C element. It is not done.